The world is awash with very real dangers which act to threaten the lives of the human populace on a day-to-day basis. Putting our fellow man to one side for just a second, we're likely to unearth an uncomprehending array of creatures with the capacity, as well as the motive, to kill human beings. Despite our ranking at the high end of the current food chain, we are in many cases no less vulnerable to the whims of our animal neighbors than in the past. What's more is that those creatures with the ability to eradicate human life with relative ease extend far past the obvious. Whilst it is commonly known to most that a head-on charge from a rhinoceros or a hug from a grizzly bear is likely to have the same end result as a swim with a bull shark or a wrestle with an anaconda, it is often the unsuspecting creatures that deserve the most caution. Animals which we live amongst account for a surprisingly high number of human expiry. For example, horses kill, on average, 20 people each year in the United States alone. To further on such an intriguing topic, I have kindly compiled a list of the most beguiling deadly creatures in existence. Africanized bee. Known colloquially as killer bees, Africanized bees are, unsurprisingly, feared by many people. A hybrid breed of European, Italian and Iberian bee breeds as well as larger African honey bees. The breed caused pandemonium across the United States in the early 90s as the spread from the south northwards wreaking havoc on, well, pretty much anything that annoyed them really. Inflicting far more misery upon their fellow bees than on humans, these particularly confrontational insects have become known for the genocide of existing European breeds. Considered dangerous due to their fondness of swarming, a good few people die as a result of their activity each year. Tsetse fly. Also known as tick-tick flies, the tsetse is a breed of insect capable of mass human death. Annually, it is estimated that they cause as many as 300,000 human deaths each year, most typically through their prize ability to successfully spread infectious and detrimental diseases. The most common such disease is trypanosomiasis, or sleeping sickness. This parasitic condition can affect human beings as well as animals, and acts to aggressively attack first the lymph system, and later the central nervous system itself. Tsetse flies are indigenous primarily to the African continent, and as a result this is where they cause the most death to humans. Cone snail. Despite being minuscule in stature, relatively harmless in looks and belonging to the quite placid-sounding coninae family of aquatic mollusks, the cone snail can do a hell of a lot of damage if rubbed the wrong way, literally. Possessing a reservoir of rather volatile toxins, most commonly used in the stunning and consuming of prey, usually small fish, the cone snail is capable of firing a harpoon-like barb at impressive velocity in pretty much any direction. Though attacks on humans are rare, they have been known to cause the untimely deaths of a scuba diver or two in their native Pacific Ocean, essentially contaminating human blood to the point of reflexive rejection, loads and loads of regurgitation and diarrhea. Basically, the toxins possessed by the cone snail cause almost instantaneous reaction. Add to the aforementioned nausea, headache, weakness, seizures, respiratory failure and even coma, as well as the fact that you are likely to be bobbing about helplessly in the ocean when this goes down, and you get a pretty good idea of just how these tiny mollusks are capable of causing death. Stonefish. Continuing on the theme of unsuspecting barbarous and toxic sea creatures, the stonefish would likely get on very well with the cone snail. In fact, it's even possible the two have met, as the stonefish too enjoys the warm coastal areas of the Indo-Pacific. Though lacking in ability to project its venomous barbs directly towards its intended target, the stonefish does possess a couple of separate, yet equally impressive skills, namely camouflage and habitat transition. With the ridiculous ability to blend into its surroundings with ease, the creature's already tricky to distinguish profile is enhanced even further. On top of this, the stonefish may leave the water, taking up a role as a miscellaneous rock on a beach for a period of up to 24 hours. If stood on, the fish uses the victim's own weight to leak nasty venom directly into the bloodstream, often causing crippling pain and sometimes even fatality. Black Mamba. Far from being the only snake with a gift for causing pain, suffering and eventually death, the black mamba just may be the most notorious. Named so as a result of the black interior of its mouth, This creature is native to eastern Africa and can range in size from 8 feet to 10 feet long. One of 4 snakes categorized as mambas, the black mamba is the second largest venomous snake in the world, behind only the king cobra. Delivering its incapacitating venom with both ferocity and speed, most who encounter the creature's wrong side are dead within a matter of minutes.